So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. You're most welcome to today's lesson. It is our first lesson in August 2021. We are delighted to be with you. Today, we are going to do two things. Number one, we are holding a discussion that students have regarding how they learn and what they learn. So that is what we'll start with. Next, I'll introduce an assignment that you'll be doing today. The assignment is in geography. So let us start with a discussion. The question on the floor: how do you join the Google Classroom? We have put our assignments in Google Classroom, and one of us is going to explain to others how to join the Google Classroom. Over to you, Marilyn, to explain to others how to join the Google Classroom. Most welcome.
Okay. First of all, we have to download the app. You can find it on Google Play Store, like many of us did. After downloading it, you can open the app. You'll find there are two options. You're either a student or you're a teacher. So you'll click on students because obviously we are all students here. Then it will ask you, for like your email. I remember we chose our school emails, then we went through. So now how to join the actual class, that's like the entry to the class, but not the class. You have to press on a class button down on the phone, and then it will ask you for the class code. And you can go on the school platform and ask for it, they'll give it to you. Once you have pressed that, you'll enter class. And then from there, you can click classroom, which is like a bottom icon down there. And then you'll find all the assignments which were posted by the teachers. That's how to join Google Classroom.
If I heard you right, you said 1, you download Google Classroom on your phone. 2, you sign in with your email address given to you by the school and password.
Yes.
Number 3, you put a class code. And the class code is now shared in this chat room. So I see it here in the chat room.
Yes.
It has been shared. And then you are good to go. So the class code is there. I see other people have their hands up. Maybe you want to explain, to add on something. Akampumuza, Favor.
Yes, teacher.
I see you have raised your hand. Do you want to add something?
Yes. I wanted to correct Marilyn by saying you shouldn't just press only Google Classroom, but you should press Google Classroom extension in order to get it very faster. Like I tried only downloading it by only saying Google Classroom, but it refused. But when I searched a video and then they say that you're supposed to put Google Classroom extension, and then immediately goes directly to your phone or tablet or laptop. So that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you. So for you use Google Classroom extension. I used Google Classroom and it worked, but I think there is another way that is the Google Classroom extension. And for you seems to work. Maybe it's another way of doing it. And I think some of you, when you tried logging in, it could have said that you don't have permission and you need to contact the administrator. What did you do to overcome that? How did you overcome that? Can someone share which other
Teacher
did? Yes, please.
Teacher, when it says that you have to contact your administration, Mr. Namdala told us to download Google Device Policy. And when we downloaded Google Device Policy, it made it easier and fast enough for us to access Google Classroom. You first download your Google Classroom, then if it tells you to you're not given permission by the administrators, you download Google Device Policy, and Google Device Policy will help you out.
Okay, so what we are learning, two things. Number 1, Google Classroom extension helps. Number 2, Google Classroom Policy makes it better. So that one you download from the internet, from Play Store, right? Yeah, You download it from there and install. Your device should be locked, like it should have a lock. Your screen should be locked either with a pin, a fingerprint, or something else, or a pattern. So it has to be locked. Shifa, I see that you have raised your hand.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Shifa.
Teacher, for me, I wanted to tell those people like me, Google Classroom, it first disturbed me to download, but I got the app and I already had an account. So like when I logged in that account, it was saying that like this account is not allowed and I didn't know anything. So I tried my school account, then it said the account worked. First I had put on the password and also the password I refused and the account I put on my school, my school account, then my school email, then the password, then it worked. So like I'm advising those people who had already accounts, they shouldn't use them. They should use their school accounts. For them,
so you can pause at that moment because you said a very strong statement. You have to use the Nabisunsa school account, not your Gmail account. So you have to use the Nabisunsa account. And if you're already signed in your account, you click add. You have to add another account so that you log in to the school account. Okay, continue.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you.
Then they brought for me like you need the class code. I first fidgeted with the class code. Then I was like, whom should I request for? Then I went to my son. She sent me the class code and I was so grateful for it. It worked. Then like there are some lines up, then they show you the arrow. You can click. They give you two options. They say create a class or join a class. But if you have put the code, the class code, you just go and join the class. That's all.
You join the class. Okay, thank you very much for that. I saw Asimwe. Asimwe has put down her hand. I had intended to pick Asimwe, but I think it was cleared. Okay, Grace. Grace?
Sorry, teacher, if I put up my hand by accident.
Okay,
no problem. A mistake.
Okay, no problem. Maison.
Teacher, I just wanted to show them how to do it on a laptop.
Great. Are you able to demonstrate?
May I please? Yes, share my screen.
Please go on.
Okay. So, as you can see on my, okay, like this is my own personal account. So I want to like switch. If you have not like logged in yet to the Sonsas one, you like just add another account. But then since I've logged in to mine, so I just tap on it, then it will take me to the Google Classroom of like the account. So just imagine this is not around and I'm like I'm joining a class. So I just joined this class and they tell me to use a class code. Okay, for simplicity, if you're using the, oh, yes, please.
The screen isn't clear. We can't see.
Yeah, we can't see. You can't see.
It's kind of clear.
Wait. Legenda, we can see. Not clear.
You can.
Yeah, now
you guys, that's just your network. Some of us can see clearly.
Okay, yes. So after joining, okay, like after entering, tapping on the plus sign, I want to join a class. So I just.
Maison, wait a minute. Just give it a minute before you.
Yes, teacher.
Give it a minute so that it resolves a bit. It improves with time. So I'm just giving it a minute. Don't go off because it will become slightly clearer. I think now you can go on.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Yeah.
Yes. So after tapping on a laptop, after tapping on the plus sign on your right, So they tell me to enter the class code, which is NHTMI7N. So you're supposed to use your Navisunsa account because the other Gmail accounts, they do not actually work. They do not have access to the course. So I just joined. And yeah, this is it. And to get like the work, the assignments that have been given, I just tap on the classwork. Yes. Then this is where I access all the stuff, the assignments that have been given, inclusive the math, the Swahili, the history, the bios, and also the geography that has been posted today. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Maison.
You're welcome.
And how to pronounce your name?
Maison.
Maison. Okay.
Yes.
Nisha. Ndagire Nisha, I see you have raised your hand.
Teacher, I was saying that I think it's use of different gadgets, because me, I had Google Classroom like on my phone even before the school had told us about it. Like I was attending Zoom of another, I was attending Zoom of another school because they were using Google Classroom. Like on Saturdays, since at Narizusa we didn't have lessons. Like if I have time, I attend their class. And now teacher, me the very first time I opened my Google Classroom, it didn't bring like all those things of teacher, student. It just brought me join class or create class. That's it.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Also,
I also never saw that part of student or teacher. They just told me to use either my email account. So I entered the email account, then after I joined class or create class.
Okay, so
yeah, you're right.
Oh, great. So it means that if you already had the Google Classroom, it would be a lot easier. You just join a class and then you put the class code and that's it. So I think that is what works. Okay, I want to go to the assignment, but I still see people's hands up. So let me check Nabufu, Hanisha. Nabufu, what do you have to say? And then I'll go to Nachitende. Nabufu.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Nabufu. How are you?
Good morning, teacher. Teacher, I have like when I did my work,
when you did
I
your
scan
work,
and everything.
yes.
And I can't view it after scanning it and putting it on the Google Classroom.
You can't see it. After submitting, you can't see it.
Yeah, I can't view it.
Because you have submitted.
Yeah, it shows it's there, but I can't view it.
What are the experiences of other people? Because we can set it up.
Before.
We can set it up in such a way that once you have submitted, you can't change. We can set it up in such a way that when you submit, you can still see and make changes. So that depends on how it has been
Mine
set.
can actually show.
We can see ours, like you see your work which you assigned.
You see yours? Nabufu.
Yes, teacher.
For you are able to see yours, but you are not able to change it.
No, not to change it. Like after, before submitting, and like before handing in, and I've scanned it and everything, I've transferred it to the Google Classroom. I cannot view it, like to see if it's the actual work.
to see whether it is the actual work. Who has a solution to that one? Who can assist?
I.
To
If she's
respond to
using,
Nabufu's case.
yes, if she's using a laptop, just tap, like when you see the assignment, don't tap that. If you scroll down, you will see the word view assignment. If you tap the word view assignment, it will show up at the top corner. You will see like the work, and there will be the word like and submit. If you tap the work, you will be able to see it.
Teacher, you're muted.
Okay. Nabuf, what are you using, a laptop or a phone? Nabuf, what are you using? A phone or a laptop?
A phone.
A phone. So if you're using, that explanation was to do with a laptop. Thank you, Shadia. Who has an experience with the phone? What are you doing with the phone? How do you do it with the phone? The others are able to see it naturally. Let me write the comment and see what the challenge could be, why for you are not able to see that immediately. I had said the next person was supposed to be Nachitende, Elisha. Nachitende.
Good morning, teacher. Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Nachitende.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher, now when you are submitting work,
yes,
like when you click on the scanner,
yes,
and now after scanning, you find when the camera has cut off some work. How do you stop it from cutting off the work?
How do you stop? I think you delete and then redo.
Mine also, you just
struggling. Okay, who wants to answer that question?
Me,
Ndagire. Okay, Ndagire, answer that question.
Me too. Like I have that problem. You scan your work and the work is cut. The way I solve that problem, like I just click on some sign like for cropping.
Crop.
Yes, and then I increase the whatever the size of the page.
Whole thing how it is. Then where the line is where it stops. So you like just.
Thanks.
Morning.
So you tap the crop feature, right?
Excuse me, teacher.
But
please, can they at least show a video?
Okay.
Or
is there someone who can demonstrate it?
Yes.
Or else you can take like the picture of your work like above, like from above when something can be seen from the sides, like not actually the work itself on the paper, because that's how it can be cut.
Yeah, I think so. I think the best solution would be you redo it, but this time you put the camera higher or further so that it can see a bigger area, a bigger picture than when you bring it very close. Okay. I need to, that was Nachitende. Guys, I need to show you the assignment so that I sign out and let you continue working. Because I'll expect the work latest tomorrow evening. Okay, let's see who was there. Asimo. No. Akampumuza, you mentioned something. Let me give you a chance. Then I'll go to Asimo. Akampumuza.
Thank you, teacher. What I wanted to say is that there is this case, according to me, for me, I don't pass through that process of like putting the password, everything. I just remove, I had this app, but I just removed my personal account and then I put in the Nabisunsa account. And then it just took me exactly to where I wanted.
Okay.
And then I saved it and then I said use always.
Okay.
And then that's the way I saved it, and then I don't try this password things like.
Okay, so for you, you just connected with Nabisunsa and that's it. And the reason why it worked for you we added the students to the Google Classroom. So that's why, as long as you put your password, you just found yourself in the class for some of you. So, so both methods, actually, are we talking about only two now? We are like, there are so many ways of skinning a rat now.
How do you scan your work and it comes in one document?
Okay, how do you scan your work and it comes in one document? Let me, who has done it before? How do you scan and it comes in one document? Regina, how do you scan your work and it comes in one document?
And it even comes in another.
Teacher, like, teacher, after like when what I use like to make my work like to become into like a PDF, I use document scanners.
Okay.
So it scans my document. Then there is where they say share. They can say share a file or share entire document. So may I share the entire document to the Google Classroom, and that's how I handle my work.
Okay, but if you're using the scanner in the Google Classroom, what do you do? So that one works. But if I use the one in the Google Classroom, what do I do? I have scanned one page. I go to the next page. How do I add it such that it is part of one document instead of being multiple files?
There is where there is a plus sign, like they are like squares.
Exactly.
Then there is a plus sign on them. That's where you tap to add the document.
Okay, so you tap the plus sign, and the plus sign would add a page. I think that one. So whichever app you use, normally the plus sign will normally add a page. I think your question has now been answered. Chemtai, your hand was up next, so I want you to comment. What is your question or comment?
Teacher, but my scanner in Google Classroom does not have a plus sign. If you scan like 3 documents, it shows us 3 different documents. But then I downloaded Google Drive app, and it scans, and you can even recrop it if it's got some information. And also it allows you to also add work. So when I want to submit my work, I first go to the Google Drive, then I scan my work, then I now transfer it to Google Classroom, then I submit.
Okay, so you use Google Drive. Are you able to demonstrate that how it works? Are you able to do it now to show us how you do it with the Google Drive thing and by sharing your screen?
I don't know how to share my screen on phone.
No, you don't know how to share your screen on the phone. You tap Zoom and at the bottom there is share.
My screen.
Okay, but we shall do it sometime. Okay.
No.
Okay. So I've seen quite a number of comments in the chat room. It says you can use different apps, Cam Scanner, etc., etc. I'm going to leave you, but before I do that, I want us to share and understand the task ahead of us today. This assignment is intended to check on your understanding of the topics that we have been doing. I hope you are able to see my screen. Is my screen clear to you? No. Really?
A bit. No. Yeah, it is clear.
Screen sharing, let's go try again. Okay, let me try again. Let me try again. How about now?
For me, I can't see anything.
No, wait a minute. It says screen sharing. You're right. It says mine has failed. So let me try again. You're right. It tells me that it has failed. So I'm going to try again. And I don't know why it has failed. What? It has failed.
Should I help you?
Let me do this. Let me ask one of you to share it. Let me put it in the chat room. Then I ask one of you. Oh, someone logged into Google Classroom, right? Yes, you did. So if you logged in, download it for me and share it.
Assignment.
Yeah, for geography. Mine was confused. Yeah, this is, I like it when I have bright kids, man. Already shared. Okay, says a team. No, why should I be the one to read it when I'm the one who formulated it? Tell me.
Teacher, it says, a team of rich business people will be visiting the International Space Station soon. They plan to carry information packs with each other visitors from other planets could use to learn more about the Earth, its movements and seasons. You have been appointed as a research assistant in the company that is taking the businessmen tasks. Prepare an information package for the team, which they will use for sensitization. In the package, be sure to include a well-illustrated explanation of why the Earth is unique in the solar system, with a labeled landscape sketch of a photograph taken either by yourself from other sources or from other sources, showing 2 physical features and 2 human features. Include a well-illustrated explanation with diagrams of why the Earth has different seasons and how the seasons affect activities on Earth.
Yes. I just so let's first do the assign. Let's first do this part. Then let me first be sure that you all have the assignment. Let me post it as well on WhatsApp, just in case there are people who are struggling to get this information. I'm going to do just a simple text correction, and then we are here. Is there anyone who has a question regarding this?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, in the task they say that Earth is the unique soil with a well-labeled landscape sketch of a photo taken. So for this task specifically, are we supposed to use books, like writing with our books or in a paper, or we can also make a document, like take pictures and then add a bit to the document?
A great question. People, let us mute. Some of you have forgotten to mute. Let's mute. Okay, mute. Before I answer. Okay. Are we supposed to write in our books? Are we supposed to? This information pack is open. You may make a video, you may make an audio, you may write in your book, you can create a website, you can do a TikTok, you do anything. Are you with me? I'm not saying you write for
teacher.
You can make a PowerPoint presentation, you can make a song, you can be creative. Use whatever you can. You can say, for me, I'm going to use Google Sites and I make a personal website which explains. For me, I am going to make a video, a documentary. For me, I'm going to make a Microsoft Word document. For me, I'm going to make like what? Which other options are there? Tell me, which ones?
An audiobook.
An audiobook. Okay, you can do, feel free to. In fact, let me do this. I was thinking that we submit by Thursday. No, let us submit by Sunday, 6 p.m.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, teacher.
Sunday, 6 p.m. so that you can exercise all your creativity. You are welcome. I want to see creativity. Imagine people are going to take that document, or it's a video.
Yes, teacher, we shall do our best.
Yeah, so then show me that you are not easy. Yeah? Show me that you.
Yeah, not teacher, you're going to see.
Yeah, I'm going to see. Okay. So,
okay, teacher.
Going to the future geographers.
Are we submitting the work in the Google Classroom?
Now, good question. Are we submitting the work in Google Classroom? Yes. If it's a video, let me give you ideas. If it's a video, you can upload it on YouTube and then you put a link in the Google Classroom. I'm okay. You can...
but you can't send it in the Google Classroom.
No, if you can, but if it is too heavy, put it anywhere else and give me a link. If it's a website, like some of you know how to use Google Sites, develop it, and for me, just put the link there. You say, this is where my work is. I'm okay with it. You could upload it on Google Drive and then you share the file. Let us mute so that I can
you please?
Okay, let's have one person at a time. Someone was saying, can you please, who was that? I've muted you. So
Can you please send the link again?
The link to
Let me make sure I update that
for the
Yes.
assignment.
Yes, teacher.
Great. So I need one of you to send the link to the Google Classroom. If one of you has the link, post it immediately. Great. Someone has already posted it. It's there, my friend. Check the chat room. Someone has posted it. Thank you. Okay. And are we clear on what we are supposed to do? Because I'm going to sign off.
Teacher.
Let you do your research. People, feel free to add information. For example, I was thinking, can I add a picture, different pictures? Yes. Can I put links to some videos that I think are useful? Yes. Can I create a video as well to make these guys understand what Earth is like? Yes. But I need you to draw a landscape sketch of one of the things. Okay, someone has said, please repeat. Now I'm going to repeat.
Is it a must to draw?
It is a must to have a landscape sketch. It is a must. That one, it is a must. For example, because it's been required, and you may draw with your hands, you may draw with a computer, I need to check. What do you think I'm looking for in me saying, draw a landscape sketch and label it? I'm looking for certain skill. I'm looking for some knowledge. I'm looking for that as well. That's why I am particularly asking for it. So there you need to draw something. And I'm not saying which particular one you draw, but you must have it drawn, indicating the physical features, the human features. Because someone from Mars might not even know what a physical feature is or what a human feature is. So when you draw a well-labeled diagram, the guy will be like, okay. But if you just put a photo, the guy will just look at it and say, okay, maybe these things, maybe they were created by them or what. So I need you to draw. It will provide more information, but also allow me to test whether you are able to draw, whether you can identify features. So, so please, you have your assignment Sunday, 6 p.m. And I've said it's a research project. It is not a test. So I need a lot more than you would write in a test. I need you to demonstrate your competence that you can do this thing. Let me summarize now. I've said you have the assignment. It is in the classroom. I'm also putting it on WhatsApp, on all fronts. The assignment is, let me first explain. The assignment seems to be clear. Number 3, I have not determined how you demonstrate. And I have said you are free to write in your book, scan and upload. You are free to create a PowerPoint presentation. You are free to make a Word document. You are free to make a video. You can make a website. As long as you fulfill these requirements. So that's what I'm saying. It is a non-traditional way of assessment. That's why I'm taking some trouble to explain to you that particular area. So read it carefully and then do it. It is not a group assignment. It is an individual assignment. Okay. That's it from me. Now let me answer questions.
Excuse me, teacher.
So how do you see your mask?
I would like you to explain more about the landscape.
about that landscape photograph
How
that we are supposed to draw.
Okay, how to draw a landscape photograph, a landscape sketch. Okay, let me do this. Let me send you a link that explains how to draw a landscape sketch. I think I've seen one. A link that explains how to draw. But you can also research on it. Yes, I think you should. I think so. I think you should find a link how to draw a landscape sketch. We mentioned it in the previous topic, but now this is like an exam. So you guys, please raise your hand to talk. When you have to talk, please raise your hand so that we have an organized class. Aisha, you are the one to talk now.
Teacher, how do you see your marks after submitting your work?
Now, how do you see your mark? When the teacher has marked, the marks will just, you go to grade book. When the teacher has marked, it will even send you a message that your work has been graded. For most of you, the work has not yet been graded because we are still organizing the teacher program. Many teachers have not yet marked, but once it is marked, it automatically shows when you next log in. Okay, I think that's it from me. It is coming to 10 o'clock. I need to leave you so that you can do your work, you can do your research. Enjoy, do your best, demonstrate that you are not easy, that you are bad news. Demonstrate it, show me that you are bad news. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.
Oh, teacher, wait. I think to like join the Google Classroom,